Hey, friend. So, let's talk about some financial literacy, right? So, in my effort to pay off as much debt as I can, start saving, and just learn more about like how finances work, I read books. Well, I don't read books because I work kind of a lot. So I listen to books. I listen to audiobooks throughout my day. I try to find time to um, listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, and definitely audiobooks. I think they are a great way, especially when I'm at work. I am privileged enough and grateful that my job allows us to have at least one headphone in so that we can, listen to music or, some people talk on the phone. I choose to spend my day learning. Um, Friend, I'm going to advise you that if you have the time or if you have the privilege in your day to have your phone out and you want to reset your life and you want to make goals and you want to reach goals and you want to learn new things, use your phone. Stop texting your friends. Don't watch movies. Get off of TikTok. Learn something. We have supercomputers at the tips of our fingers. There is no reason why any of us should not be learning something. And learning things shouldn't be like from a place of like, oh man, I have to do this, or oh, I really want that promotion, so I have to, sit down and learn something. It should really honestly be from a place of curiosity. It should be like, this interests me, and why? Well, why do they do this? How do they do that? Well, what is this that they doing? I mean, I like it, but what is it? Like, this tastes good. What is it made out of? Be curious, and then like the second thing is to have the mentality of a 5-year-old, and that is not to say a bad thing, friend. Like, not to say a bad thing, but like how kids be like they will ask a million and eight questions. Do that. Ask a million and eight questions. Be that person in a meeting. Oh my goodness, friend. Not to get too off topic, but I'm that person. And like when we at work, I'll be the meeting would be over. Everyone would be ready to leave my hand when I do that. I'm like, well, what does this mean, and why are we doing it this way? Because if we do it this way, it'll be a lot more efficient. We'll save time, we'll save money, and we'll make our clients happy. Why are we not doing it this way? Is it something I'm missing? Friend, be that person. Be annoying and be ask questions. First of all, and you also don't know who it might help because a lot of people don't know things, but they are too afraid to actually like raise a hand and be like, well, I don't know this, out of fear of rejection, out of fear of looking, I want to say unknowledgeable, but I don't know if that's like the right word. But like not, not looking as if they know what they're doing, right? Because girl, we all out here pretending like we know what's going on. And one thing that I'm now learning about leadership is that no one knows what's going on. No one knows anything, hon. We are all just flying off coattails and previous experiences. I'm just gonna say it as it is. We're just all learning off of previous experiences. Some people have a little bit more education than others, but we just kind of we don't know what we're doing. Anyway, moving on back to the financial literacy. So I wrote some things down in my little book, and it's pretty late. I'm doing a little bit of late night studying, all back on my YouTube Academy, friend. Yes, but I was going through some of my old notes, and I was like, this is really like I wrote just a few like points from like some of the books that I've read, and I really wanted to share them with you because as I'm coming back to them, I'm like, oh my goodness, still so helpful for this day, and someone still may actually get like some knowledge out of it, right? So, the first one was The Millionaire Fast Lane. Now, honey, I highly suggest that you read this book. Just be ready to sit through a very long book. Some of y'all may be like fast readers, and kudos for you. Kudos for you. But that audiobook, it took me a couple of days to finish that, honey. So be ready to sit down and actually, like, you know, have a long read. But The Millionaire Fast Lane definitely, like, changed the way that I see money. And it was also very inspiring since the author of the book started where a lot of us, myself currently, is at. He started during hard times and he really didn't have a lot. But that man learned how to see opportunities. That man learned how to see opportunities. What is lacking and where is it lacking? What do people want? He unlocked a huge scale with that one. Learn to see opportunities. Learn to see what's missing in the world. I said if everyone's looking right, you look left. Okay, because that's what opportunity is at. And people will think that you're crazy. People will say this. People will say that. But you will be on to something. You look left when everyone looks right. Look for opportunities. When people say, ooh, well, I wish that I had this. Or, oh my goodness, if only this could be easier. Opportunities. Always listen for those things. Always look for like where people have hard times. When people say, oh my goodness, it's so hard for me to get a doctor's appointment. I'm on the phone forever. Opportunity. How can you fix that problem? You are the problem solver. Think of yourself as the superhero. You have every solution at the tip of your fingers and you can make everyone's life better. Well, with that being said, the first tip from like the A Millionaire Fastlane that I've written down in my little learning book is those who impact more people have more wealth, which just goes right back to what I've just said. The more people that you can provide your solution with, the more people who you can seek out opportunities to say, oh my goodness, this group of people, this majority of people is having the same problem. How can I solve it? That is the way to wealth. If you look at most of like the businesses, like the big businesses that we have nowadays, like yes, they have money, but really the point of the business is to provide a solution to someone. Right? So if you have, let's just take my crazy hair for an example right now. If I say, oh my goodness, my hair was so tangly and my friend's hair is so tangly, and I go home and my mom, she also complains because she keeps breaking the combs about her tangly hair. Well, if you make a product that not only I can that not only solves my tangles, but then solves my friend's tangles, my mom's tangles, my neighbor's tangles, and it just everyone now in the community who has a coarse tangly hair. Now we have a solution to untangle our hair. Boom! That's how you get wealth, girl. You impact more people. You impact as many people with a solution as you possibly can. Which just honestly just goes right back into like the second point, which just reiterates like wealth comes from helping and serving people. Don't do things for money. It's just as plain as that. Don't do things for money. Like the money will be the byproduct. But if you want to be like wealthy, do things to help someone. Really, and like it's so it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you are in a place of poverty, like myself. It's like, I know when I first started this whole like journey, I was just like, I just want to be out of poverty, hon. I just want a little bit of money. But like now that I am homeless and now that I am going through like, the things that I'm going through and just not knowing what life is going to throw at me. And the fact that I'm just on these streets and I get to see so many disparities through life. So many people are struggling, friends. So many people just need a hand. They just need a friend. They just need, and I mean just simple acts of kindness. Just to say good morning. Just to tell somebody have a nice day. Smile. Sing a song. Be grateful. When your cup is overfilling, others will just see that and they'll just be happy. Do things to help one another. The only way that we're ever going to get through this life is with each other. We are a social species. So it's like, if you can, put poverty to the side, right? Put poverty to the side, put money to the side. If you really want to be wealthy, if you really want to get money, it's going to be a byproduct of just saying, I want to help someone. I want to touch someone. I want to make sure that no one has to go through the same poverty that I went through. I have to make sure that people learn the things that I learned because, when I didn't know these things, it kept me down. But now that I have the knowledge, I have to share it with people. Help one another. Please, I will always preach that. Be a helping hand in a sky full of storms. Be a rainbow. Be a ray of light. Okay? In the storm, hand somebody an umbrella. Be the umbrella. And then the money will come later, and it will come in abundance. Help one another. And the second book I read was The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. And technically, I still actually have his budgeting app. I do like it a lot. It just automatically tells you what you spending your money on, and it lets you put money to things. It's a good budgeting app. I definitely recommend it. But in the Total Money Makeover, oh my goodness, because friend, once again, that's how I had to start. I was like, what is debt and how do I get out of it? Because I was not taught about financial literacy, and the adults and the supervisors in my life also they didn't really know about it either. So a lot of the journeys that I am going on are self-taught and self-education. Right, but the Tony Money Makeover from Dave Ramsey, who also, once again, was in a really bad situation, and he was still in a situation of poverty, working paycheck to paycheck, and being scared to open his bank account, and just a lot of the things that a lot of us feel about money, it's a very big, scary topic. I know that I'm still working on that as well. Sometimes I'm I don't want to open my bank account because I was I know I spent that extra money, or I know that I went over budget this week, and I'm just so scared to see that number. Or I'm so scared to open it because I know that it's not going to be the number that I want. It's not going to be the number that's going to safely push me to the next paycheck. It's the anxiety, honey. Ooh, Lord, child, I have so much anxiety. It's not funny. But the Total Money Makeover, one of the points from that book that I found really helpful was just that there is no such thing as good debt. If you cannot afford it, do not get it. Once again, this point is a lot easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done, but he was absolutely correct. If you cannot afford it, do not get it, because the stress and the anxiety that follows after that is just not worth it. And also, being indebted to someone is just a stress that you don't want, friend. It's always having to look over your shoulder. It's always having to be interrupted by something. It's always trying to get out of something, but someone pulling you back in. It's not a good time to be in. So I was oh my goodness, what was the analogy that he used? It was do you worry when you go to the store to buy a pack of gum if your finances are going to last you through the week? After you buy that pack of gum, do you leave the store wondering if you can pay your bills for the rest of the week, if you can buy food? No! You buy that pack of gum and you go about your life. But that should be the mindset for every purchase that you make. That should very much be I spend the money because I know the money's there. You should be so conscious about where your money is not only coming from, but where it's going and what is being put on. Every cent, every penny, honey, should be accounted for. There should not be one red dime or one red penny that you're ooh, I got a little money left over. No, you don't. Because that little bit of money is that's a phone bill. That has to go into my high yield savings account. That has to go into my investing account. That has to go to my barber. That has to go to my hairdresser. That has to go to the kids' soccer game. That has to go to the new book that I have to buy. That has to go to school. That 15 cents has to go to that debt. Every cent has to be accounted for. There is no such thing as good debt. And also, get comfortable looking at your bank account. Get comfortable looking at them statements. First of all, it's very humbling, and it's very a shock back to reality. And the last book about financial literacy really isn't about financial literacy, but the habits that create better systems, basically. And that's Atomic Habits. And the two like main points, and I'm gonna make this fast as like my phone is about to run out of memory, friend. So, but the first point was to practice delayed gratification. Put the things that you want off until you get the things that you need done first, right? So if you really want to eat that ice cream, say I'm gonna do 10 minutes of hard studying and then I get to go eat ice cream. If you really want to go scroll TikTok, say, I'm going to get an hour of reading done and then I'm going to go scroll TikTok. Practice delayed gratification because it definitely comes in handy. And the second point is to be okay taking a break. Like, don't beat yourself up too much because I'm very hard on myself. I'm a kind of like a perfectionist sometimes, which also like gives me a little bit of analysis paralysis. Like sometimes I just get so stuck in my ways that I just don't move at all. So like it's okay if you break your streak. It's okay if you're not consistent like every day. But the main point is just that you get back to your goals or you get back to your systems as soon as possible. Right? And that's atomic habits. But yeah, so these are just like a few books and some of the things that I've learned from the books about financial literacy and about wealth creation and about like what, some of the wealthy people do to actually get wealthy. So I definitely recommend these three books, at least to start you off with, friend, is The Millionaire Fastlane, The Tony Money Makeover, and Atomic Habits. But as always, guys, I say it, I got this, you got this, we got this. I will talk to you all later, friends. Bye!